guys, Nate Richards here from Richards Guitar Studio, and I wanted to give you a couple of pointers on playing bar chords. One on how to set them up, and two, maybe how to correct some problems that you're having with them. A lot of people struggle with these for a long period of time before they get used to them, and you know, it's understandable. But so I'm going to do an E form bar chord on the 5th fret. So if you're new to the bar chord game, basically you're going to hold your first finger across the 5th fret, which, by the way, we're not going to start there in the next segment, but we'll start there for right now if you don't know the chord. 5th fret on the low E string, 7th fret on the A string with your ring finger, the pinky right behind it, 7th fret on the D string, and then next to that, your 2nd finger on the G, 6th fret, and then you have your bar across. Okay, so that's how you play the chord. From low to high, 5, 7, 7, 6, 5, 5. Alright, so it looks like that. So basically what I want you to try to do is set up your fingers first and then the bar. So I'm going to set up my ring finger, my pinky, my 2nd finger, and then I'm going to lay the bar across. Alright, that does a couple things. First of all, it sets your hand up in a better square position, and second of all, it's basically gives your fingers a little bit more power than they would if you put all of your energy into grabbing all 6 strings with the first finger, and then your fingers have to kind of reach over. Because really, for this chord, your first finger doesn't have to hold down all 6 strings. It only needs to hold down the E string, the B string, and then the low E string. So one thing you could try if you're in position and it's not working, what I like to try to have people do is hold their fingers down and then take your bar finger and just use the very bottom of it, right here, to hold down the E and B string, like this, and then keep the tip in the air like that. And just see if you can concentrate the pressure onto those 2 strings. Alright? And then lay the finger across. Now notice how far my finger is over the guitar. I'm going to adjust that, but really the point of this exercise is to get your finger to understand, not just your mind, but your finger to understand that, okay, I'm only pressing down these 2, and then I'm going to reach over and lightly grab this one. Alright, I don't have to hold down all 6. It's very rare that you're going to have to bar all 6 strings. Alright, maybe if you're, or 5 strings, I guess if you're doing like Weezer, Say It Ain't So, that little thing in the beginning, you know, you got to bar a lot for that, but really it's rare that you're doing all 5 or 6 strings. Okay, so now you have this set up. You have these fingers down, then you're going to put the bottom of the finger on the E and the B string, and then lay the first finger over and grab the low E string. Alright, if it's still not working, if you're getting a dead end of B string, for example, watch out, the middle finger sometimes has a tendency to pop in like that, collapse in on itself, as do the other fingers, by the way. If that's happening, they got to go right back up. Take your bar finger off and get those nice and curled. Alright? So, but if the 2nd finger in particular is moving back and dampening the 2nd string, try to pop that back out. Alright? If the B string is still dampened, and you don't know why, hit it really hard and see if you can feel which finger it's buzzing on. If it's buzzing on the bar finger, then you might have a little bit too much pressure on the tip joint. You might have put the tip joint down first and then the back of the finger, which you don't want to do. You want to grab the bottom of it. Or it could be running through one of the divots in your fingers. So basically, what I would recommend is you try to move the finger up or down on the neck like this, and try to find where, you know, your finger, every finger is unique, where it's going to lay on the pad of the finger and not in one of those little creases of your fingers. Alright, so experiment with that. Last point is just make sure, be very sure that your bar is right up against the nook of the fret, right at the edge of the fret. Alright, because if you're back here, alright, it could be buzzing just because it's on this side. Alright, doesn't matter how hard you press it down, it's still going to have a buzz. So right up next to the fret, alright, and up or down depending on your particular shape of your finger. Again, the process: you put the fingers down and then lay the bar from the bottom up, and then experiment with moving it up or down, making sure it's right up against the fret wire. Alright, any questions about that? Send an email to richards@richardsguitarstudio.com, and I hope this helps at least make bar chords sort of fun to play, especially if you're in the beginning stages. Once you get it though, it opens up a whole world of new songs you wouldn't be able to play without learning bar chords. So really try to get this down, and send me questions if you need to. Thanks.